North Carolina, or from New York. Buffalo, New York. I've been to his place. Buffalo, New York.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to these two very brave whistleblowers for what's been a very grueling hearing today. And I just am very grateful for openly testifying in front of everyone. And this must be challenging despite your providing accurate and credible testimony. But that goes directly to my point. I think it's important to sum up a few things. So I just want to ask a series of questions to you, Mr. Shapley and Mr. Ziegler. It is true that you provided testimony to the House Ways and Means Committee, correct?
That is correct.
And how long did each of your interviews last?
So around seven hours?
Yeah, a little bit more than 6-7 hours.
7 hours.
Okay. And when did those interviews occur?
Mine was late May of
June 1st?
Of this year?
Yeah.
Were Democratic staff present during your interviews, and did they question you?
Yes, they did.
Democratic staff was present, and actually the Chairman Smith was present at my testimony.
Did you give your testimony knowing that you could be criminally prosecuted if you lied to Congress?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Now, how long has your testimony been public for the American people to read?
For the last 3+ weeks, probably.
Yeah, around 3 weeks.
Okay.
4 weeks.
And you've been questioned by both Republican and Democratic members today, correct?
That's correct.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, given all that you have just told us, you gave over 15 combined hours of testimony to Ways and Means, hours of public testimony today, and these facts have been public now for weeks, and yet not one single person has been able to contradict a single fact about your testimony. That's incredible, because it's that impressive. And that speaks to your credibility, your attention to detail as investigators, and now as whistleblowers. The attacks you hear today aren't actually because of your testimony. They're Democratic talking points meant to protect the Bidens, just like the DOJ and the IRS. Your testimony speaks for itself and is powerful, and I am so glad you were willing to voluntarily come in today. And that's why, Mr. Chairman, I am so pleased that you held this hearing today and show yet another example of why this committee must continue this investigation into these matters. And I'm proud to yield back.
Gentleman yields back.
Can I say something real quick regarding what he just? So one of the topics that was brought up over here regarding the 99-page Pross memo, and then that there was discretion given in there. From what I understand, discretion, there is also language that I have seen included in DOJ tax memos that references the need to charge the felony, that you have to charge the felony, essentially. So I would ask Congress, when Mr. Weiss comes to testify here, what did that, at that point in time, what did that memo say? In August, when he got it from his team, what did that memo say? Did it approve felony and misdemeanor charges? And then what happened to that after? That, I think, is crucial for you guys to understand.
Thank you. I just got a little time left. Mr. Shapley, do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
Yeah, just to add on to that, the Department of Justice Tax Division has a policy called the major count policy, and that basically mirrors what Special Agent Ziegler is saying. They actually teach it when they come out to speak to agents and provide training to agents. And that major count policy is that that it has to, they have to charge a felony. They can't just plead away the felony just to get out of a potential trial. They can't just rely on charging a misdemeanor or giving someone a misdemeanor when there's felony charges on the table. And as we've said all along, we've shown all along that these prosecutors agreed with multiple felonies and none of them were charged.
And I have one more thing to add to that. We were always, and I go back to last spring, David Weiss is going to do the right thing. He is absolutely going to do the right thing. Let's hold off. We're moving forward. We get to August and we get approval or recommended approval for the felony and misdemeanor charges. So how do we end up where we're at today? And I just don't know.
Gentlemen, would you yield your last 30 seconds?
I would be glad to.
And we were told the same thing about Mr. Weiss as well. So we share your disappointment. Mr. Ziegler, you said there were foreign documents related to this matter, related to the investigation.
Yes.
Would you provide those documents to the committee?
Yeah, I can provide those documents to the Ways and Means Committee.
Thank you.
Just like a normal process for obtaining
Right.
foreign documents, correspondent bank requests. So you can actually request those corresponding wires, and that's a step that you can take
Very good.
in getting foreign money transfers.
Would you also provide the full Rob Walker transcript?
So I will consult with my attorney, and we will turn that over to the House Ways and
Thank
Means
you.
Committee.
Thank you. Chair now recognizes Mr. Burleson from Missouri.
Thank you, Mr.